There's a hole in the world like a great black pit, and it's filled with people who are filled with shit, and the burden of the world inhabit it.
That's the second... That's the second time we've heard that motif. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. Hello and welcome. My name is Nick Flip. I'm a composer and a vocalist, and we're going to be taking a look for the first time ever. I've never seen this before. I've heard, I think, a couple of the pieces, but this is the first time we are approaching Sweeney Todd, the well-known musical by Stephen Sondheim, one of the best composers ever alive. Many would say he is the best. His music is extremely complicated, very, very challenging to think about, dissecting and whatnot. So with this being said, the music is very challenging for performers and musicians that play it. So we're really interested in how this is going to go. Again, never seen it. I don't know the plot. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to get it all right here. I have a master's in music education, 9 years. I'm a composer. I'm creating Gilgamesh the Musical, my own musical project. If you want to check a look at my YouTube shorts, that has all the information on there. And we also have a Discord if you want to talk about the reacts and talk about the Gilgamesh project as well. So we keep up to date with everything, and this was voted by our Patreon. The Patreon are my supporters that have been awesome and amazing and recommend me things to watch. This was done by a poll. If you want a musical to be reacted to by me, then you should check a look at the Patreon and give a suggestion, and I will put it in our next poll on the Patreon. All right, so we are approaching, again, Sweeney Todd. This one's a beast, and not because it's by the demon barber of Fleet Street. It's because it's by Stephen Sondheim, and that means a lot in the musical world. If you're a part of the musical world, you understand that Stephen Sondheim is the GOAT, the king of musicals. Into the Woods being another one, well-known, and plenty others. So with that in mind, this one's going to be a doozy. I'm very glad to be watching it for you guys and reacting to it, and let's get into it. This is, again, Sweeney Todd. Starting from the top, we're just going to listen just a little bit, because this is, and it's funny, I'll talk over this a little bit, but in musicals, you have the start, the overture, that leads you in to, or what do they call it? I forget what they call it. I don't think it's, maybe it's an overture. No, it's not. That's for other stuff. But it leads you in to the first song. They always have this, pretty much the lights are dimming right now in the actual theater, and the pit is performing, and people are kind of like getting situated to get in their seats, ready to go for the show. And you can do the same. Have a seat, sit back in your chair. You can listen to my lovely voice talk over this amazing track. But let's get into it. We have an organ, by the way. This created, I think, in 1979, if I'm not mistaken. And it's very dark. Very dark. Almost like Castlevania vibes. I used to sing professionally in a church, and I miss these I forget what they're called. The church songs that they would play, or pieces they would play after a service. All right. This is again the 1982 version of this, the actual Broadway film. I'm not sure if it's gonna get copyrighted. If it does, you won't see me right now unless you're on Patreon. What's up? All right. Anyway. Bum, 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 bum. This is already, what are we doing here? Music-wise, what is going on? Dun, we finally hit a tone set. Oh! That spooked me. Ooh, dark. With the strings. Is that a bugle?
And the tale of Sweeney Todd.
Or an Aeolian. That almost has the lick in it. If you know what I mean, then you're cursed. I'm sorry.
His skin was pale and his eye was hard.
Dude, I can barely make these people out.
Shaved the faces of gentlemen who never thereafter were heard of again. He trod a path that you have trod. It's Sweeney Todd.
Okay, he's a barber and he's a murderer, it seems. So the beginning of shows are always, I'm just going to say this to you right now, for me and for you, the beginning of shows are tough because it introduces a lot of information to you in a new setting and a new time, and this is a different time it was created too. So it's a lot of information just being tossed right at you. So for me, I'm going to have to take this all in. A lot of you already know this information. So for me, I'm eating it all, and I'm trying to do it quick because we got a video to get to. Let's get going! So for me, I'm gonna be listening and trying to make sense of all this. But if I don't, just yell at me in the comments like you always do.
Demon barber of Fleet Street.
Barber, demon barber, murderer. The guard.
Kept a shop in London town.
In London too.
For fancy clients and good renown. And what if none of their souls were saved? They went to their maker impeccably shaved.
Oh, it's weird.
By Sweeney Todd.
Oh, it's so weird.
The demon barber of Fleet Street.
It's so weird. The strings. Is it this? Just in the background. Just a nice ostinato. Oh, so spooky. No, it's even worse. Another body. The vibrato with the singing. An older time. Wish there were subtitles. Let's see. Nope.
His needs were few, his room was bare.
A lava bow and a fancy chair.
Uh-huh. Oh my god, so weird.
And a leather strap, an apron, a towel, a pail, and a mop.
Okay, I'm gonna stop for a second. This is in a compound time meter, and I think the strings are doing a simple time meter, where it's oh, maybe it's actually in the compound time. This is very complex, is what I'm saying. It's like in like a 9/8 or something. It's in a weird compound time signature. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 versus it's more like yeah. 6/8. Oh my god.
Sweeney was smooth, Sweeney was subtle, Sweeney would blink and rats would scuttle. Sweeney was singing with Sweeney was Sweeney was red and tiny. Sweeney was
Dude, chill. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Attend the tale of
Can I stop? I can't tell if this is one of those musical starts where it's like, and this is the end of the show, but it's at the beginning, letting you know what happened after we found out. I can't tell if it's that, or if this is the beginning of the show actually, where they're like, we know he's bad, and then the show starts. I can't tell if they already know that he's the worst ever, or if this is like, get ready for the tale of Sweeney Todd. He's the worst. And they're saying all these bad things about him, which is like he's a rat, you know, he's slicker than a rat. And then they're going to talk about the tale before, like after. So it's like, is Grandpa talking to you like, oh, back in my day, and then it tells you the story? Or is this like, this is the story?
Sweeney Todd.
It's chaotic, by the way, musically.
He served a dark and a vengeful god.
Even Naz. Full God.
What happened then? Well, that's the play, and he wouldn't want us to give it away.
Well, what happened then? That's the play. Okay, he answered my question. This is the grandpa telling our story. Now it tells the story.
Street.
A bass leading the charge. Almost like a Hadestown vibe where there's a narrator, but it's the demon barber of Fleet Street bass. A little clock, xylophone action. Bum. Yeah, that was very good, but I'll tell you, I don't even want to spend time analyzing the music because it's just like, it's chaotic. And it's not really, that's not what the music's meant for. It's not really meant to be analyzed, unless you're like a scholar and stuff, which we're not doing right now on this platform. But let me just say, it's very rhythmically challenging, and it's like motif driven. So there's a lot of motifs going on over an Austin, like a repeated. Dun, da, 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 dun, da, dun. Da, 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 da. You know. Hopefully that makes sense if you're like, I really want to know about that music. Oh, this reminds me of like the backtrack of like the old Batman movies. Shout outs if you've watched the old Batman movies. Okay, those are classics. I mean, I teach. Sorry, quick. This is my little speech. I teach kids music. That's my thing I do for a living. I was a high school teacher for 9 years, and I teach like preschool now. But I teach I teach lessons for all age groups. But the kids I talk to now, I'm like, have you heard of? And I'm like, Batman. Like, remember the Batman theme? No. Have you heard of the Beatles? No. The Who? No. Have you heard of Billie Eilish? Yeah. I was like, come on, dude, come on. Am I that old? I think I'm that old. If you empathize with me, you're not that old though. I am. I just get to see it every day. 1846. The singing style, by the way, very reflective of this era of musicals. The vibrato, lato vibrato.
I have sailed the world, beheld its wonders.
I wish things stayed like this.
From the Dardanelles to the mountains of Peru, but there's no place like London. I feel
High baritone?
home again.
Ah.
I could hear the city bells ring, whatever I would do. No, there's no place like London.
That guy's gonna die. That's what I think.
You are young.
He wasn't in the intro.
Has been kind
The left guy was.
to you.
Okay, if that's not a stinking preface for the bad thing that's about to happen, life has been kind to you. That's a warning. It's a warning if I ever heard one. Things are going so well for you right now. It's like so spooky.
You will learn.
Again, he's so spooky.
It is here we go our several ways.
You will
Well,
learn.
Anthony,
Okay.
I shall not soon forget the good ship
Can I have my stuff
Bountiful,
back?
nor the young man who saved my life.
No, there's no cause to thank me for that, sir.
Oh, he saved
It
his
would
life.
have been a poor Christian indeed who'd have spotted you pitching and tossing on that raft and not given the alarm.
As many a Christian would have done just that and not lost a wink's sleep for it either.
So he saved his life, and she's homeless or miserable. I'm not sure which one. And he gives to the poor. So he's just the best, it seems. Save lives.
Aren't you like a little muff there, a little jig, a little bounce around the bush? Wouldn't you like to push me parsley? It looks to me, dear, like you got plenty there to push. Arms, arms, for a pitiful woman.
That was quick. She was like, oh, thank you. Also, let me just, and then she's like, poor. Different person. All right. Like, I think the kids say, like, you got to get your bag. And for her, she's trying.
What's got wonder and wit? Hey, don't I know you, mister?
Must you glare at me, woman? Off with you! Off, I say!
Then how'd you like to split me muff, mister? We'll go cheap.
Off, I say! To the devil with you! Off! Off!
She's just like the music. All over. Now someone else.
Pardon me, sir, but there's no need to fear the likes of her. She was only a half-crazed beggar woman.
Can I stop for a second and just remind you all that we saw him shaking when she approached him? And he is now saying, no need to be afraid. Oh, no need to be afraid of a half-crazed woman that I was shaking. Okay. Fair enough.
There's no need to fear the likes of her.
Right.
She was only a half-crazed beggar woman. London's full of them.
Must beg your indulgence, boy. My mind
I feel
is
like that's a
far from
shot.
easy. For in these once familiar streets, I feel the chill of ghostly shadows everywhere.
You look like one, too.
Forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive.
Farewell, Anthony.
Mr. Todd, before we part,
What is it?
Pat.
I have honored my promise never to question you. Whatever brought you to that sorry shipwreck is your affair, and yet, during the many weeks of the voyage home, I've come to think of you as a friend. And,
Aw, bad idea.
well, if trouble lies ahead for you in London, if you need help or money,
No! There's a hole in the world like a great black pit, and the vermin of the world inhabit it, and its morals aren't worth what a pig could spit in. It goes by the name of London.
Whoa!
On top of the hole sit the privileged few, making mock of the vermin in the lower zoo, turning beauty into filth and greed. I, too, have sailed the world and seen its wonders, for the cruelty of men is as wondrous as Peru. But there's no place like London.
Okay, this guy hates London. All right, this guy hates it. All right, listen. I hate broccoli. I'm not gonna lie. I like broccoli when it's cooked right. I hate the smell of broccoli when it's cooking. It stinks up the whole house, and that puts me off so bad from broccoli. Whenever I'm eating it, I'm like, hey, it tastes pretty good. But I hate the smell of broccoli like this guy hates London. He's going off. He just spit bars. There's nothing like I said. If I threw a backbeat on him, I feel like he would drop some absolute logic on us about London and how much he hates it. He's going in. I've got a bad feeling about this guy. It's not the look. It's not really the look. It's like, it might be the look. Maybe it is the look. Maybe it's the split down the middle of his. I'm not sure what it is, but like I will be clear though. I've watched his suspender be flipped, and it's been OCD hurting me right now. There's something about him that's a little bit off. It's not just the look. It might be that he's a lead bass, and that's you never see those, and that's right in front of us for everyone to hear. I'm not sure what it is. Man, this would be so hard to conduct this.
There was a barber and his wife,
So he's telling.
and she was beautiful. A foolish barber and his wife. She was his reason and his life. And she was beautiful.
Is it him? Is he?
And she was virtuous.
These are all good
And
things.
he was naive.
Hold on. Can I stop for a second? Try to create the way he just said the word neither. Usually when you sing this, you would go neither. But he went neither. Listen to that. Recreate it.
And he
It's an interesting way.
naive.
That's crazy. He's
There was another man
interesting.
who saw that she was beautiful, a pious vulture of the law, who with a gesture of his claw removed the barber from his plate. Then there was nothing but to wait, and she would fall, so soft, so young,
This is creepy.
so lost, and oh, so beautiful.
the lady, sir. Did she succumb?
Oh, that was many years ago. I doubt if anyone would know. And now leave me, Anthony, I beg of you. There's somewhere I must go, something I must do now, and alone.
But surely we will meet again.
That's me.
If you want, you may well find me
Every time
around Fleet Street, I shouldn't wonder.
a friend tries to invite me somewhere, which
So
is
long then, Mr.
all
Todd.
the time. I'm like that. That's me. I just would like to be alone. Thank you.
There's a hole in the world like a great black pit, and it's filled with people who are filled with shit, and the vermin of the world inhabit it.
That's the second. That's the second time we've heard that motif. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. Dude, this is so cool. That's so cool. Let's see if we can hit some drums on that. That's crazy. With like an oompa loompa, a polka in the background too. Dude, it's still going. What? Oh, it's a vamp. No. Well, it was. People are clapping. And notice, by the way, if you're from the Heathers React, that the clapping isn't overwhelming in your ear, and it's not the only thing you hear right now. For that pro shot, the clapping was in the forefront. That's in the backdrop.
Customer! What you rush, what you hurry? You gave me such a fright. I thought
Wow.
you was a ghost half a minute. Can't you sit you down, sit. All I meant is that I haven't seen a customer for weeks. Did you come in for a pie, sir? Do forgive me if my head's a little vague. What is that? But you think we have the plague? From the way the people keep avoiding, now you don't. And as I try, sir, but there's no one comes in even to inhale. Right you are, sir, would you like a drop of ale? Mind you, I can't hardly blame them. These are probably the worst pies in London. I know what it is to take them. I should know, I make them, but good now, the worst pies in London. Even that's polite, the worst pies in London. If you doubt it, take a bite. Is that just disgusting? You have to concede it. It's nothing but crusting. You drink this, you need it.
Oh, I have to stop. Dude, she has now taken a breath since she started. This is wild. First of all, she's, again, dropped. Like, what is up with everyone in London knowing how to rap? I didn't know rap was very common in London in 1982 or 1979. When, well, actually, this is in whatever. Correct me. She's really aggressive about how much her own market material is bad. Is she just up in the front, or is she like literally the person that makes the meat pies? I can't tell, but you would think if you have the worst pies in London and you're giving it to people, you would probably just like eventually fix it. I don't know. I mean, poor marketing on her part, but the fact that he's still eating it. Anyway, she is saying a lot of words, and it's in just a normal like time signature, but the accents of it, it almost feels like a different time signature from how she's accenting the words, but it's, I think, in a 4/4. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's really, again, it's called common time, 4/4. It's common time. Does this sound common to you? Like the same time signature that's part of the song, like, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh, oh. Is this.
The worst pies in London. And no wonder with the price of meat, what it is when you get it. Never
Those accents. Same time as signature, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. You tell me.
Does a business, but I've noticed something weird. Like all our neighbors' cats have disappeared. I have to hand it to her, what I call
She's still going.
Popping pussies into pies. Wouldn't do in my shop. Just the thought of it's enough to make you sick. And I'm telling you that pussycats is quick.
Pussycats.
99 times is hard, sir.
I love when she pulls back like that.
Even harder than the worst pies in London. Only lard and nothing more instead, just revolting, all greasy and gritty. It looked
Nice head voice.
Molting and tastes
Yeah.
like, well, pity a woman alone.
Sad.
With a limited wind and the worst pies in London. Ah, sir, times is hard. Times is hard.
I'm gonna stop. Oh wait. I mean, first of all, let me just say, like, this is like an overnote over the musical and the production of this. This is in a time in which you can trust a lot. The fact of the matter is, there's a lot of post-production that happens even during live shows. How much is always the question. When it comes to like reverb, I mean, effects, compression, and then even the auto-tune, the scary words of auto-tune, yeah, that have crept into shows for sure. And I would say it's become much more prominent today. But the thing is, this show, it won't have any of that. And all of the blemishes of vocal quality and stuff, they're right there for you. But the fact is that this is a hard show, and it's demanding on all the performers. This is very demanding. Singing-wise, words-wise, I mean, lines-wise, memorization, there's plenty that goes into a show, but this is raw. This is 1982 doing this show. There is a lot less post. And for it to be this quality for its time, insane. I mean, this reminds me of the first half of Falsettos, too, with how difficult it is. Very challenging. Stephen Sondheim, nothing else you could expect. But huge credit to the performance, and you should be really impressed with how they sound with very limited technology behind them. Unlike today, which a lot of shows have post-editing. Even in like Heathers from the last 3 hours, I mean, every show, like Hamilton, every show has post-editing if they're releasing a pro shot. This one, no. I don't feel it. I mean, have you? I don't feel it at all. I feel like this is raw audio. You can hear them going flat, sharp, but the vibrato is actually what helps them to maintain tonality. Vibrato is almost used in performances to mask sharp and flat notes sometimes. Like if my note is da, what? Da, and I'm like da, that sounds terrible. And that happens when you're dancing or you're reciting a line, you're tired, you're vocally drained, or your technology is not working and you can't hear yourself. Then sometimes you go sharp and flat. But vibrato, da, I'm a little flat there on purpose. But the fact is I have a vibrato and trying to mask if I'm in tune. So vibrato actually extremely used in almost every production prior to this, even through opera. This is the start of opera. Musical was like derivative of opera, and that was from vibrato. But if you listen now, I mean, do you find vibrato in a lot of stage shows? I mean, think about Wicked. Sorry, I'm going to go on a tangent. I'm going to stop in a second. But Wicked, Ariana Grande introduces some vibrato, and that's the most people labeled it as like operatic. And that's just vibrato, like for when she goes like, proper ploys when you talk to boys, little ways to flirt if that's, woo! There's almost no vibrato. Everything that really counts to be popular. There's no vibrato there, vibrato. Except for like, and though you protest your disinterest, I know clandestine. And that's where you're like, ooh, she's so trained. But before that, there's straight tone, which is also very demanding, but you have to be right in tune. But that's where a lot of the post-production cleans all that up. Because if you do a straight tone note and you're a little bit flat on that note, you will be able to tell. Even a casual enthusiast will be able to tell. But if you're flat on vibrato, it's a lot harder to tell if you're in tune or not. They're using vibrato for that purpose. They're using it to mask. It's a live performance. There's not going to be any post. They're using it to help mask the fatigue or any other problem that they might have vocally. And it was always used this way. Only in the recent last 20 years did we stop using vibrato in shows. But that's where the introduction of software has really helped. Whether you like that or not, you tell me in the comments. If you stuck through that spiel, you're insane. Good for you. That means you probably really like music, or you're at least interested in Broadway and musicals in general. Or at least maybe you're curious about where the state of music is going in the future. I'd love to hear your thoughts. That's going to be the video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you stuck around and you made it to this point, make sure you hit that like. It really does help me a ton. And if you're interested in supporting my content, hit the follow button on the YouTubes. Come on. And also we have a Discord where all the notifications will pop up. And we talk about the musicals as well. And we also have a Patreon if you want to really support me. And that really helps me make videos, especially this one, because I wouldn't have even touched this if it wasn't for the Patreon. All right, that's going to be the video. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. And until then, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye. And a huge thank you to all of my patrons. All of you make this possible. I appreciate all the support.
The flip, the flop, the flippity flip, the flipsy-tee, flippinator. You got the flip on the left, you got the flip on the right. That's a flip, man. The flip, the flop, the flippity flip, the flipsy-tee, flippinator. You got the flip on the left, you got the flip on the right. That's a flip, man. The flip,